Good morning. I spent the night in a, what is it called? A QC quick stop or something like that. Some kind of Wawa-esque convenience store and gas station in New Jersey. I'm still in the Highlands as far as I can tell. I think that's what they're called, the Highlands. Wherever the Twin Towers is, which is so close to Bar Harbor, just like a tiny little causeway bridge over. Anyway, slept here, flat space behind their store, probably cameras, but employees don't come back here. The gas station attendants can't see me from here. Most of the people going into the QC quick stop can't see me. I'm in, the employee parking lot basically. It was very quiet, except was awakened this morning but by some kind of delivery, big truck, and lots of clanging of some kind of I'm not thinking this morning, the trolley thing that they carry big boxes in on. So it woke me up. I went in, I got some coffee and a muffin. One of the hardest things about being on the road is that the convenience of going in and getting junk food is always present, and I am falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. I'll have to try to figure out how to prevent myself from doing that. This morning, I want to head up around New York City, not go into it, and get at least to the Tappan Zee Bridge, which is 2 hours from where I am today. And that will be the way that I enter into Connecticut to eventually get up to Maine. So I think I'm going to hit the road. It's about 6 something in the morning. It's a Tuesday. I don't want to hit rush hour traffic, but I think I'm going to, because I just feel like moving. I don't feel like sitting here anymore or going anywhere locally. So I'm going to get going. And there are employees in the back who are looking at me. I think they're smoking, but I'm going to get going. So I left the library and started to navigate towards the New York State Park. But on the way, I saw the signs for Tarrytown. And I stopped to look up if Tarrytown was the site of a Revolutionary War battle, and it was. The park is called Patriots Park. What's really interesting, though, for me anyway, is that these really important sites are tiny. There was no parking within the park. It was such a small city-ish park. So I breezed through it. Didn't get to read any of the monuments. There were very few monuments there. It is on the Hudson Bay, which is beautiful. But I had to keep going because there was no place for me to park. It was only street parking, parallel parking. So that was a little stressful. And then to have to try to stop and then navigate towards who knows where. So I'm putting in the navigation for my destination in Maine, which is Mount Katahdin, and trying to just figure out stops along the way if I see a brown sign or something. But it's getting stressful because even though when you're right outside of New York City, it's very much more suburban. It like instantly changes into a very suburban kind of atmosphere. It's very hilly here, which is challenging, curvy, hilly. And they have a lot of really low bridges. So if you see a sign, if you have a high top like me and you see a sign that says no trucks, that means it has low bridges. Don't take that road. I got on, I forget what it's called, Sawmill River Parkway, I think it was called. 117 maybe is the route number. And started driving it, and it said no trucks. And I'm like, well, am I considered a truck? I'm not an 18-wheeler. So decided that I could take it because I'm not an 18-wheeler, and then saw a sign as I was on it that said low bridges ahead. Had to get off at the next exit. Thankfully, there was a next exit I could get off on. So that's my hint for the day. If you're in a high top and you see a sign that says no trucks, that's why. All right, New York, I'm mad at you. You've had centuries, literally centuries, to raise the bridges that are less than, 14 feet, even 10 feet. You have some bridges on the route between, where was I? Sandy Hook, that area and Maine that are 6 feet tall. So yeah, I'm mad at you about that. I stopped into a Whole Foods in order to get some groceries and asked some people there if they knew what roads had low bridges. And it was the main roads that I needed to take, 684, 22, you know, all the main roads that go straight to that area of Maine. So I did some Googling or Safariing and confirmed that they had low bridges. I had to download, well, actually I had it already downloaded, this trucker app. I'll have to give you the name of it. Let's see. It's called Hammer. It's a free app, and it allows you to put in the height of your vehicle and a couple of other restrictions if you want to. You know, weight and the size of your vehicle, width of your vehicle, length of your vehicle, etc. And it will take you on the appropriate route. So it did, which was wonderful. I don't like the app. It sounds really mechanical, but it was a lifesaver because I couldn't figure out a way to get out of frickin' New York State without that app. Anyway, so just be aware, in New England, there are height restrictions if you are in a high top. I also couldn't find anything interesting in New York State in that area to do. And then I am now in Connecticut. I drove into Connecticut, and again, the roads were awful. They're worse than New York State roads. In terms of bumpiness and potholes and all that kind of stuff. And the drivers are worse. They just cut you off constantly. So mad at Connecticut for that. It's been a little bit of a frustrating day. I've been trying not to let it get to me, but it's stressful when you're driving on a road and you see that there's a low bridge ahead. Doesn't tell you what the height is, so you don't know. I'm 9 feet 2. I would probably only go under something that's 10 feet high or higher, and it's stressful that they don't tell you the height. Like, just tell me the freaking height so I can decide what to do. Anyway, in Connecticut, past the first rest stop, which was a 24-hour rest stop, which I thought, should I take this one? It's like 3:30 at that time, just to sleep in it because it's 24 hours. So obviously they're going to allow you to stay there. It said there were rest stops for the next 8 exits, exit 3 through 8. Well, interestingly enough, I didn't see another single rest stop on the way. Instead of backtracking a half an hour, it's 4 o'clock now, to go to that 24-hour rest stop at exit 1 in Connecticut, I'm going to map on Hammer to Mystic, Connecticut, Mystic Seaport, one of my favorite places, and take my chances of finding parking there for the night. I have no idea how long it's going to take me to get there. Let me tell you in a second. All right, Hammer app, now I'm mad at you as well. So I'm mad at New York State, Connecticut, and the Hammer app. Hammer app can't find Mystic Seaport. What the heck? Okay, it had found it. I had to put in Mystic Seaport CT for Connecticut, and that's when it found it. It's 65 miles, so let's see how long it will take me to get there. 62 miles and 82 minutes, so an hour and a half. But I'd rather sleep there in Mystic Seaport or around that area than in Hartford, Connecticut, the capital. So I think we're gonna head there. Slight change of plans, and this is what I love about Vanlife. On my way, I stopped at this little hometown grocery store, and as a result of stopping there, found this lovely little park where I could pool right beside the water for the night, enjoy the sunset, and spend the night peacefully there. It was beautiful. So here's my park up for the night. Obviously right on the water. There's a couple out there enjoying the sunset. I'm tired after traveling over 100 miles today just to try to get out of New York State and get around New York City, and then not having any particular places to point to in New York State. I tried Tarrytown, and that was a bust. I just don't know the area well enough, and that's a downside of van life, is you just don't know the area, so you don't know where to go to. So I was looking for, you know, important historical locations, but because it's such a condensed area, the park was tiny, no place to park, no place to really enjoy it. So I just kept going, and then I had the fiasco of having to make sure I didn't get on a road that had bridges that were too low for me. Downloading that app and then traveling. I just plugged in my ultimate destination, which is Mount Katahdin in Maine, just to get around the city and get away from those low bridges. And then, as I was driving through Connecticut and saw the rest stops, I had a brilliant idea. I love Mystic Seaport, so why not go there? I have 7 days until I need to be in Maine. So I started driving towards that. It was 82 minutes or miles. I don't know which one. It was quite a distance. I got tired. I saw this water out here, and that's when I decided to head for this water. And I pulled into that shopping center and had a rest. And it's very important, I think, that you take care of yourself, whether you're hungry or upset. Angry, I think, is the acronym you use. Hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. HALT, it's what they use in 12-step programs, I think. If you recognize that you're one of those things or more than one of those things, that you pull over and take care of yourself. It's not about getting to the destination fast. It's about enjoying the journey. So speaking of enjoying the journey, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this sunset now, along with those two people. And hopefully this is my park up for the night, and I will talk to you in the morning.